Hello, good evening, and welcome to episode 11 of Bag of Cans, coming to you on this glorious, delightfully light evening of March the 12th, which brings me to a very important point, actually, which is it's only a calendar month until the pubs are allowed to open outside. So that could be that could mean that I've only got another month of this left. Although, quite frankly, I think the government are going to cock this up somehow, and we are going to be back in lockdown very shortly. Certainly, the news I'm hearing from schools is that quite a lot of them are sending people home, and infections are spreading already. I mean, who could have possibly predicted that? Sending kids back to school where they never spread viruses at all. It's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, who would have thought it? Anyway. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we will be able to go to the pub outdoors from April the 12th, and and this is probably going to be one of the last 4 or 5. But we shall see. That remains to be seen. A couple of good evenings. We've got the usual Friday evening crew of Ewan and Pete in there. How you doing, fellas? Yes, I was that needy person who needed this in my life, and it is now in my life. All I need now is the shapely body, which I think is going to be a long time coming. Anyway, I'm just finishing off one of the beers that I was going to pick out of the bag, and it got to 5 o'clock, and I really fancied a beer, and I had one, and it's from Elusive Brewing, and it's an American brown ale called Mechanism, and it's really good. It's barely lasted 20 minutes, and I've chugged it right back, and it's really, really nice. So I'd recommend it. Elusive Brewing, Mechanism. American brown ale, and it's I think it's 5.6%. I'm going to finish it off. Delicious. And as promised, this week we are going to do a random pick of a can out of a bag, and I have the bag here. This is the bag. It has cans in it. Now the issue I have this time around is that the weakest of the beers, the least strong beer that's in the bag, is 6.8%, and the strongest is 10.5%. And the other two are around about 9%, so it's going to be quite fun, isn't it? Really. So I don't know which one it's going to be, but I am looking forward to them because they're all really good. I'm told. I know one of them is excellent. I've had that before, but yeah, we'll see what it is. So without further ado, which I think I've said on every single episode of Bag of Cans, and I really ought to scrub that out of the lexicon. But there we go. Let's pick out the can from the bag. I mean, this is excitement personified, isn't it? A couple of them are falling over, and we don't. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Is there another one? Oh, yeah, you see another one falling over as well. Right. Okay, let's see what it is. Oh, look at this. So it's not quite the ridiculous 10.5%, but it is 8.8%, as you'll see here, probably. And it's from Lost and Grounded, again from Bristol. So it's the second week in a row that I've done a can from Lost and Grounded. And funnily enough, it's a Bristol themed evening this evening, because we've got a beer from Bristol, and this T-shirt that I'm sporting is also from sold out of Friendly Records in Bristol as well. So there you go. Bit of Bristol themed and all that. Can't really do the accent, as you can tell. But right, this is it's called Apophenia. It is a Belgian style triple, and it is bloody delicious. I had this last week after I had the Hells, and yeah, it's absolutely glorious. So I'll open it up and let's tuck into it, shall we? Click, pop. Delicious. Right. Apologies for the glassware. Obviously, I was drinking the American brown ale in my decent glassware, and the only other thing I've got clean is a rather garishly written on Estrella pint glass. This beer is obviously, of course, way better than the glass. I mean, this is like drinking champagne out of a cracked tea mug, to be honest. But there we go. Right, that smells amazing straight off. It's as I said, it's a Belgian triple, which is a strong golden ale, and yeah, at 8.8%, it's not pulling any punches, really, is it? Shit. I mean, it looks innocuous, doesn't it? It looks like, just like a standard can of lager that you chug back several of in an evening. But yeah, you couldn't do several of these without falling over, I expect. Anyway, I'm going to do one now and see how it goes. I mean, that was a rather larger gulp than you'd probably want to take, given this beer. But it is really good. I mean, Lost and Grounded started out. I think they did mostly lagers. They're famous for Keller Pils, which is a terrific pilsner. But yeah, they did mostly lagers and the odd saison. The one called Saison d'Avon, which is really nice. It's in terms of the sound of it, and also the beer is really good. But yeah, they started branching out with a few sort of American browns and obviously this triple and various other things as well. And I don't think I've had a bad beer from them, to be honest. So excuse me. Yeah, it's this is another one in that stable, and it's terrific. I mean, I'll give it a really good compliment. It's up there. I mean, it's not, in my opinion, as good as Westmalle Triple, but it's bloody not far off. And that is high praise indeed. I rate this better than Triple Carmelite. It's sublime. It's got that lovely sort of rounded, almost bubblegummy kind of taste to it, and that's the yeast sort of being what it does. So you get a really kind of nice, sweety, bubblegummy flavour at the start, and then it gets really sharp and insistent towards the end. Absolutely brilliant. It just makes you think, right, I want the bubblegum. No, I want the real sharp bitterness. No, I want the bubblegum. And you're like, your taste buds are having some kind of weird schizophrenic argument between each other, and it's an absolute delight. So yeah, Lost and Grounded Apophenia. I'm going to call it a day now because it's nearly 6 o'clock. Beat's about to start his Spotify set at Peeler. You see, I've only had a few sips and I'm pissed already. At Pete Fowler Art on Twitter, and he's just about to kick off his 46th Spotify set of the lockdown. Isn't that an amazing achievement? Until next Friday, have a good week. Look after yourselves. Stay safe. Keep wearing a mask and all that. And yeah, hope to see you again soon. Cheers. Let's just drink something.